Didn't switch genres on this one, it looks like, which I didn't intend to do, but that would be what I probably hold as, technically speaking, the best metal album ever. And as I've stated before, it sucks now with their hardcore. I don't like that shit. No, metal needs to be silly, and it needs to be vaguely evil.
Well,
which is why
it's still silly, and it's still vaguely evil.
It's all serious, like where they're like, "Oh, I'm going to God," and they try to mean it, or they try to sing thoughtful things in metal songs. Ugh. Anyway, it is Judas Priest screaming for vengeance. Oh, every track on this album kicks ass, and it has the go-to hit song, if you might know of "You've Got Another Thing Coming." Might have heard that.
I actually have heard that one, so it probably can't be that bad of an album.
No, every song on that thing is freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's not my favorite song, but as far as metal goes, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's their most mainstream one on that album, but it's a damn good album from start to finish.
Yeah. Oh, well, good to hear. All right, number 6 on my list is a live album. And like I said, we kind of established early on that live albums were kind of excluded because most of them were essentially greatest hits except sung live, therefore they sound worse than if you bought the real CD.
Yeah.
Not this one. This is Johnny Cash's Folsom Prison Blues.
All right, I can agree with that one.
Now, I'm not exactly sure what possessed Johnny Cash to go to prison, you know, to film a concert. I mean, I don't think the Walk the Line movie really explained it any better than I'd heard it before.
Hardcore.
But, man, it was an ingenious move because not only did the prison guards actually make for a far more receptive and lively audience than a real concert without being distracting, he had mostly new material, which was really a surprise. And it's something that's easy to listen to. Word of caution, though, Johnny Cash does say a few naughty things that typically don't appear in a Johnny Cash album.
And if you get the old version of the album, they're all beat. I have it on vinyl, so if you listen to that, he's like, beep, beep, beep. They don't let him say anything.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. We actually have to recommend the CD over the vinyl.
If you want some swearing, yeah.
Yep, so, anyway.
But I've heard that one. I have that one. We have something of the same.
Yeah. Yes, because eventually good taste shines through with you.
Yeah. I never heard of Eminem over other people, man. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Now let me see. Okay, it was on Judas Priest. Okay, switching it up somewhat, we're going to go back in time to the 70s, which is a little bit back in time.
A little bit.
Yeah. And I'm going to go with one of my all-time favorite artists who's released like 20 freaking albums or something, which is David Bowie. And he's got out of all his albums, you know, like 10, 15 classic albums. It's hard to choose from with Ziggy Stardust and Hunky Dory and Station to Station, but I had to go with the one that's almost never given any critical acclaim. Rolling Stone's given it 2 stars twice when it was originally released and when it was re-released on a special edition, and that's Diamond Dogs. Featuring Rebel Rebel, which is one of his most well-known songs, along with Diamond Dogs. It also features the 10-minute epic Sweet Thing Candidate, Sweet Thing Reprise thing, which is one of the best things he's ever recorded. And it's an excellent, underrated album in every respect. Yeah. One of my favorites.
Well, good to hear. I am a minor David Bowie fan. I give him Ziggy Stardust and a couple of the others. I don't know if I listened to that one, but I have heard Rebel Rebel, and it's hard not to dance along with that one, folks.
That's a good one. All right.
So, anyway, number 5 on my list. See, I was kind of stuck, folks, so we're going to just kind of you might just have to halfway kind of explain this one away to writer's block. I choose George Michael's Faith, which isn't really all that deep, but darn it, I just like a lot of the songs. They're catchy. Faith is an excellent title track. Father Figure is really good. Careless Whisper, which with its sax-heavy melody, is still haunting to this day. It's really like a 4-track good album, but I don't know. I kind of got stuck for some reason, so maybe that one should have been number 10, but...
Faith by George Michael.
Yeah, who used to...
Wham!
Wham! I don't think I like a single Wham song.
You don't like Wake Me Up Before You Go?
Kind of. I don't know if I'd ever publicly admit
I don't think that I like that song, but still, I know it. The next one on my list is going to be I think it's the only one that was released this century, and that is Nellie McKay's "Get Away From Me," which is not the most well-heard album. You know, it received critical acclaim, made Rolling Stone lists, and it's held in high regard. It's just not widely known, even though some of the songs pop up on it. So she's essentially a piano-playing pop music writer lady, but her debut album is 2 discs. Doesn't necessarily need to be, but she wanted it to be 2 discs, so you had to flip the record.
Yeah.
She genre hops. It starts off with like a reggae beat sort of thing, and then it goes into like a old jazzy type of song, and then there's a rap song, and every single thing on it is excellent. And it's one of the most sharply written for the lyrics. It's very biting and humorous, and it's one of those albums. It's like 20-something tracks or 18 tracks, and every single one of them is excellent.
My next pick is an almost perfect album too, and ironically, it's from an artist I frankly don't even like that much. But when brilliance hits, you gotta just go with the flow, and that, in this case, is Madonna's "Like a Prayer," which is proof that pop can be art.
Madonna?
I know,
I love that album!
I know, but I hate that I have to give it the credit it deserves almost, because I don't like her.
That's a damn good album.
No, it is. The title track is really
That's the best song she ever recorded, as far as I care.
Pretty much, and there were so many other good songs on that.
Express Yourself.
Express, that was a good one too.
Cherish?
Cherish, one of my favorites. I really hate the fact it's on here because I am so thoroughly unimpressed with all of her music for the most part, and then something like this comes clean out of nowhere. I never thought the Like a Virgin album was very good. I thought it was actually talk about overrated. Yeah. That was overrated, but this, I don't know. I need to check who the producer was. Maybe the producer...
Desmond Child.
Maybe.
You knew that off the top. All right, we're on what number, though? Is it 3
4.
now? 4? That was 4?
That was 4.
Oh, yeah, okay. I edited list. All right, next on my list is the 3rd album from PJ Harvey, who is one of the most acclaimed sort of like grungy rock chick ladies. And her first album, much more hardcore than the 3rd one, which is To Bring You My Love, is called. And it's where she kind of dropped her band, which was this, you know, sort of trio of guys that rocked hard, and got up with this producer, and they made this like ethereal, perfectly produced album. And it's exquisite in every way. It's heartfelt. It's just dense. It's awesome in every respect. I don't even know how to describe it. It's got some oddball stuff like Meet the Monster, which is an awesome song, and the title track's really good. And one of my all-time favorite songs, which is Teklo by her. And just an excellent album.
There's a monster gonna get you, gonna eat you, and it's me, I'm coming